Hi guys, Jared here with Day Traders FX. I hope you're having a great day and have made some pips on some of these crazy movements. Yesterday we had a daily video talking about the Aussie dollar, and that played out very nicely with some good profits. And we have some more cool things to talk about today, specifically on the euro dollar. So we're going to discuss that. But just quickly, watching for news today, we have, I don't think we have anything else for today, but coming into tomorrow, we'll have the German IFO, and this is definitely going to be something that will affect the euro dollar, so keep an eye on that. Likewise, tomorrow morning we have durable goods for the U.S., which again can affect the euro dollar and any other dollar pair, so just always keep those news announcements in mind. Okay, here's the euro dollar. I'm starting to get very cautiously slightly leaning to the bearish side on euro dollar, but I also think that there's very, very strong potential for this pair to continue up quite a bit higher. Now here's this 4-hour chart. You can see all this bumping around down here around 134.85 area, and then the euro just took off. We had that spike right there, consolidation, spike, consolidation, and a little attempt at a spike there, but the euro just keeps kind of stepping higher. Now in doing all of this, we're leaving some big open targets that need to get hit sooner than later. We have a missed weekly pivot from this week right here, 136.35, and that's about 160 pips away from current market price. We also have another missed weekly pivot and a gap back here, and this is all the way back here at 133.15. So now we have two missed weekly pivots that are both far-ish apart, or excuse me, away from current market price. Now, one other significant thing is that the euro broke above 137.00, which was the yearly high. So it's breaking above that, but we've also got this major resistance level. You can see that we've got this big, huge channel on the monthly chart on the euro, which is showing us that this upper descending trend line from that big channel is right around 139.00, maybe 139.50, depends when it gets hit, but it's still another 100 to 150 pips away. Now whether it gets there to the exact pip and then turns around and goes perfectly down, it's possible, and it's even probable that that could happen, but I'm not counting on that happening. What I will be doing is scaling into this trade over the long term, and if we get above, if we start getting into the 138.50 and even close to 139.00, I'm starting to put the shorts on the euro dollar, and I'll be looking to trade this thing down to at least 136.50 from there, and ultimately 130, 134.00, 133.00 will be my next targets. However, in the short term right here, again, if we look at this 4-hour chart, you can see that this trend is basically straight up. It's just gone straight up. We had several weeks of consolidation on this 4-hour chart, like 4 or 5 weeks of consolidation, and then it just took off. Boom, 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 2 steps up. So now what I'm looking at here is the fact that this really tight little channel that the euro's been bouncing again is starting to consolidate into that channel. Now, if this breaks, it hasn't even touched the 200 moving average for like a week. Likewise, it has a missed weekly pivot from right here, so there is a lot of possibility that this thing could break and start to make some runs down into missed weekly pivots, 200 moving averages, lows of previous days, and so on. So what I'm going to be doing is watching this ascending trend line right here and looking for a break, simply trading a break. If we get below this, if we get outside of this trend line, I'm selling, and that will likely put us, that would be somewhere probably below about 137.85 is what I would want to see, below 137.85. However, if this just kind of consolidates, maybe peaks out of here for a second, maybe we only see 137.90, something like that, and then it starts to head back up again, you can see that we have a nice little wedge forming right here. We've got a good descending trend line and then this bigger ascending trend line right here, and it's really wedging into that, which is a continuation pattern of upside movement. So really what I'm going to do is just kind of watch and wait and see what happens. I think a break of this little descending trend line right here will help us get a little tiny bit closer to that 138.50. But an interesting thing happened. We had this nice little double top here at about 138.25, just shy of 138.25. So there's some good resistance up there. But if we break this little tiny trend line, I think we're going to head up to that resistance into the 138.20-25 area, and then hopefully be able to pass that and get up into 138.50. But once again, if not, watch for the break of this descending trend line. And again, entries short should be below 137. 85. So maybe even like 137.80 would be a good spot to start getting short euro dollar. And targeting number one, 137.45 area would be my first target. 137.10 would be my next target on the short side on this euro dollar. And on the upside, 138.25 is first target. 138.50 is the second target. Best of luck. Hope you make some good pips, and I will see you guys on Twitter and in the chat.